Hey everyone, welcome to the channel and to another collective reading. I hope you're all doing well. So we're just going to dive in and see what you need to know at the time of you watching. Keep in mind, as always, the readings are general and also timeless. It's often that my readings do tap into past, present, and future energies. So something else to bear in mind. So let's get into it and see what you need to know. We have the Two of Wands, the Hanged Man, Pisces energy, the High Priestess, Pisces, Cancer energy, Temperance, Sagittarius energy, the Star, Aquarius energy, the Page of Swords, Air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, the Three of Swords, the King of Swords, Aquarius energy, and at the bottom of the deck we have the Three of Wands. Okay. It looks like someone here is taking a different course, okay? That's what it looks like to me. It's like there was a choice to be made and someone made it. They could either live the life they've always known, deal with the same energies they've always had, okay? Essentially remain in some kind of karmic loop here, but someone chose different. Someone chose to surrender the path that is familiar, that is known, that ultimately doesn't lead to their happiness, in order to pursue healing, to pursue growth, to pursue balance, peace, serenity, calmness, to find harmony within and without. And so that's what someone did here. They surrendered all that was symbolic of, the past, in terms of what kept them stuck, what kept them, going around in a karmic loop, what stopped them from growing, expanding, what stopped them from finding better, from becoming, the highest version of themselves. And so they made a conscious decision, even if that meant, taking some kind of loss, leaving something behind that meant a great deal. There was definitely sacrifice involved here. But if it meant that they could finally put an end to the old and find something new, something greater, better, something more fulfilling. Sorry, I just had to let Sabelle out. If it meant that they could find something more fulfilling, create a life that's more fulfilling, then this person was willing to do that. And that's what they've done. Because they have awareness. They're aware of what it is that they needed to know. It's like certain things have been illuminated to them, the good, the bad, the indifferent, okay? And so now with having that knowledge, they can make healthier choices. And that's what I feel like they did, right? After realizing and finding and discovering what they needed to, by listening to their inner voice, by listening to their intuition, what it was nudging them towards, i.e. healing, that's what they chose, okay? And by choosing themselves and choosing to heal, they found their inner light. They realized that they were a light all along. It's just they were surrounded by people who didn't want them to see it. They did want them to see that they were gifted, that they were blessed, that they were divine, they were tapped in, they were connected to source, right? People that gained and benefited from them not knowing their true value, from them not knowing who they really are. Yeah. And so this person has now realized, has learned how it did benefit people for them to stay stuck in those repetitive cycles, right? Not branching out, not making different choices, right? Not feeding into whatever these situations were that didn't serve them, right? Someone learned to not keep putting their heart on the chopping block in order to make others happy. Yeah. And yes, I will disappoint some people. Yes, that'll even upset some people. But they've realized they're not responsible for others' happiness, right? especially if it means sacrificing themselves in order to make people happy. If their happiness comes from your pain and suffering, then clearly there's something very wrong with this picture. Clearly, there's something that these people need to look at within that requires them to heal. Yeah. And so even though it was difficult and even painful for them to do this, they made that choice. They made a conscious choice with the King of Swords to heal. This is someone who understood that not only are they able to heal themselves, they're able to bring healing to others, but they will never be able to fulfill that role, or share that quality with those who are truly deserving of it, if they're constantly being playing martyr for those who wants to see them hurt, wants to see them suffer in some shape or form, wants to keep them stuck. Yeah. But this is something that this person had to discover for themselves. They had to learn this for themselves, right? This was about self-discovery. And someone's done that. Yeah. To the point where there may even be someone else who is consciously aware that this person is a healer. And this could be someone who's not even particularly spiritually inclined or tapped in that way, right? They may be. But I feel like this is someone who tends to be very scientific or rational, or, very left-brained in that way, right? But they can even see that this person, there's something that they're gifted, right? Temperance and star energy, they're gifted. They're a gifted healer. They bring healing to those in need of it. And this is why they have been, targeted in such a way. This is why they've had people in their life try and break them down, stop them from shining, right? Because there are forces in this world that do not want people to realize their potential, to realize what their capabilities are, to heal, and to actually help others in their healing. Yeah. So someone is learning a lot by observing this person. That's what it seems like. Someone is realizing perhaps where they've needed to heal themselves, right? By observing this individual and the changes that they've been going through. So it's actually helping to break down someone's hard, cold exterior and realize that, they have feelings too. It may be a painful realization to accept that they have feelings, they hurt too, and that they have some deep wounds here, but it's necessary. And I think it's taken a long time for this realization to set in for this other individual, right? But it has. It is. So they're ready. They're ready to begin this next leg of their journey. And this could have been someone that spent their whole life having to fight, having to put up very strong barriers, boundaries, walls, right? Constantly feeling like, they're under attack, under threat, right? And perhaps this could have even been someone that saw this healer as a threat until they realized that no, this is who they really are. They never had bad intentions, but this person, because they were so wounded, they couldn't see that until now. But that realization has set in finally. Yeah. So tell me more about this. The Sun. Yeah, there's definitely clarity here, I'm telling you. I feel like there's someone on the outside looking in that's realizing what this person went through and what they had to sacrifice and surrender in order to turn their life around. Because otherwise, they would have literally martyred themselves. Yeah. This individual may not have realized just how much harm they could or would have done to this healer had they not done so, right? So this could have even been someone that was left behind because they couldn't see anything other than being in this combative energy, right? Seeing everyone as an enemy, right? Yeah. not knowing that this person was actually sent in to help them, support them, help them to heal, to be the light again, the sun, right? Yeah. But this person was so used to like being cold and detached from their emotions because they were in immense pain and they didn't want to acknowledge that. But this person is now really closely observing this healer. That's what I can see. And now they feel like almost foolish for not seeing it before. It's like they feel like they played right into the hands of the devil. That's what it kind of feels like, right? They may not look at it exactly that way, but it's kind of that energy, you know? Yeah. 3 of Cups. They didn't realize why this person had to surrender certain partnerships, friendships, even certain familial ties. Because these people were breaking bread with the enemy. They were breaking bread with, you know, people with very dark intentions and dark hearts, even dark forces, okay, that pervade through this planet. And so this person realized that if they were to remain connected to these individuals, they would essentially be partaking in this energy. They would be aligning themselves to those forces, those energies, just by association, right? So it was very difficult for them to surrender these connections, but they had no choice ultimately, right? Because they know better. It's like once you know better, as I said, you can make healthier choices, and that's what this person did, even though it was very painful for them to do so. We have 3 here, right? Several times over. We had the 3 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. We have the 3 of Cups here with the 3 of Swords. So 333 is going to be very significant for those who resonate with this reading. Yeah. King of Cups, yeah. Scorpio energy. So someone's heart chakra has been awakened, and I feel like they now see this healer with new eyes, right? They see this person for the loving, kind, supportive individual that they are. And that these decisions they made come from a place of love, self-love, and also for wanting to fulfill their purpose, right? Supporting others. I feel like this person had to focus on healing themselves in order to be in a position where they could enter some kind of union here, because I don't feel like this person was for a period of time. It looks like there may have even been some kind of breakup or separation, and this person had to take the time out to heal. But they definitely caught the attention of someone here who was going through like a heart chakra awakening, it would seem, right? Someone who recognizes the energy because they themselves could be a healer, okay? Or because you know, they have some kind of psychic abilities, spiritually tapped in, very intuitive themselves, okay? Yeah. So it's like recognizes like. Tell me more. Yeah, we have the 10 of Wands. That's the thing, it's not easy being a divine being. It's not easy walking in the divine ascended path. It comes with a lot of trials and tribulations, you know. There's a lot of burdens to be borne for a period of time, right? It's not an easy path to traverse, right? And a lot of people don't understand that. And instead of trying to learn and, you know, empathize, they often become, you know, adversity, and actually make the struggle even harder, add more to the plate, resorting in all sorts of things to essentially make it even harder for this person to fulfill their purpose, their mission here, not knowing that they are being puppeted by a darker force, right? In a lot of cases, not even knowing that they're being influenced by such forces, because these forces will exploit certain weaknesses. They'll exploit certain heavier and darker emotions that people bury in the shadows, right? And so as they are, you know, essentially playing on those heavier emotions, people don't realize that they're becoming more and more consumed by these energies. Yeah. We have the Four of Swords. But they're coming to understand now that this upset, this anguish, this pain is now their burden to bear. That this person refuses to carry it on their behalf, simply because they couldn't pin this energy to them, because they chose to heal. These people didn't. These people chose to try and sacrifice this person in order to not acknowledge their own pain and suffering and clearly being in need of healing, but resorting to, you know, a darker way of being instead. But they were not able to successfully cause significant pain here in the way that they wanted. They wanted to... They wanted to do more than disrupt this. They wanted to do more than disrupt this healer's healing journey. They wanted to bring it to an end. They wanted to cause infinite pain, right? So this person wouldn't be able to show up in the energy they are destined to be in. But it wasn't successful. This person was in like a bit of a hermit's energy. They were in a cocoon for a period of time. They were undergoing their own healing process, okay? Having to sit with their own shadow, go through the dark night of the soul, go through maybe even some form of ego death here, right? Having to work through things from the past, pains of the present, and fears of the future. Yeah. But they're doing it. They've been doing it. Yeah, then we have the Strength card. It's almost like this individual that is now realizing who this healer really is. It's like this person feels incredibly fragile. Sorry about that. An update came up and interrupted the reading, of course. So it's like this person, they actually feel incredibly fragile, because they're realizing they thought that being in this cold, detached demeanor was actually a sign of strength, but it wasn't. It was just a means of trying to cover up the fact that they were in immense pain. This person doesn't feel strong, but they feel like, but by putting on this cold, detached demeanor, that exudes strength, right? That they don't need anyone or anything. They don't need to be in touch with their emotions. They don't need to express themselves. They don't need to connect on an emotional level to anyone. But they were kidding themselves, right? They're just trying to hold back out of fear. Four of Pentacles. So this person is having to reframe their concept of what strength is, right? Yeah. Because by holding back, that's not a sign of strength. That's a sign of fear, if not weakness. You know? Feeling afraid to be open and expressive, right? Yeah. Because of the pain that this person is still harboring. Immense pain. Yeah. But it's like this person with the Ace of Wands, it's like they're ready to take a new approach here. Yeah. Because I'm telling you, this healer was this person's wake-up call. Tell me more. Seven of Wands. And that's the other thing as well. Because this person is the light, they chose the light. They chose to change their associations with certain people, right? They chose to walk the path that is less traversed. They're heavily protected, you know. So even if any dark energies or individuals do try to cause them any kind of real strife or pain or even like be a serious threat, it doesn't play out it's blocked, right? That energy is blocked. So especially those who have formed some kind of like dark covenant with demonic forces or just ill-intended individuals, right? Yeah, then they're definitely blocked. That's clear as day. 5 of Cups. Yeah, this person that has had a heart chakra awakening, that's also very intuitive, that can see this healer for who they are. They're still harboring some kind of regrets or pain from another situation that wasn't fruitful. They're realizing perhaps where that person's allegiances really lied, okay, and the energy they truly walked in. And it's like this person is, you know, it's like there is an energy of mourning here, because this person is very much tapped into their emotions, okay? This isn't someone who's closed off. But they feel like they aligned themselves with the wrong energy. And now I feel like, you know, right now they're not even looking at the possibility of coming together with this healer, right? Even though, you know, the energy is still out there by the looks of it, because 2 cups remain standing. So even though, you know, the soul recognition is there, they're not even looking at that right now, because they're focused on the fact that they were associated or connected or aligned to an individual who had ulterior motives, okay, whose allegiances lied with darkness, okay? Yeah. Oh, 2 cards here. We have the 3 of Pentacles and the other 3, okay? So we've had all 3, all 4 cards of the 3 have come up on the table. Hopefully that makes sense. We've had the 3 of Wands that showed up in the bottom deck. We've had the 3 of Cups, the 3 of Swords, right? Now we have the 3 of Pentacles with the Ace of Wands. So where you align your energies and who you have in your inner circle is absolutely paramount, right? Because that will dictate the outcome of certain events in your life, right? Like your connections are absolutely important. Like, it's so important, it's not even funny. Because like I said, you know, depending on where you align yourself, to whom and where their allegiances align, you know, that's going to dictate a whole bunch of events. That's going to dictate the energies that you are surrounded by. It's going to dictate what you experience karmically. I mean, it's huge, right? But this is someone who, this healer learned that, they discovered that, they understood that, and they realized who was in what energy and for what reason. Yeah. So they themselves decided to separate from a lot of people and focus on healing. So they don't just attract people who possibly may be two-faced, or, you know, that are not really for them, and just expect them to, you know, constantly self-sacrifice just to appease their wishes, their needs, right? Just to make them happy at the expense of themselves, right? For very selfish or very cruel reasons. And so I feel like now, you know, it's enabling people who are of the same energy to come into this person's life, okay? Because this is the path they chose. Yeah. I do feel like there is one individual that's still trying to hang on from the past that needs to be cut off still. That's what it looks like. Because there's definitely new energies here, and even energies from the past that are, you know, positive, high vibrational. But there's one particular individual, I feel, that needs to be released, okay? And then that's when things will really take shape, this new start, this fresh beginning, right? This person will be ready to take up the torch and to essentially trailblaze a new path here entirely, right? So this person obviously has a significant role to play, okay? Yeah. But I feel like there's still one or two things that this person needs to address first. Especially when it comes to possibly one particular energy that is refusing to let go. That was possibly instrumental in trying to cause some kind of heartbreak, injustice in this person's life. Yeah. Yeah, we have the Page of Cups. So I feel like, honestly, this healer has not only awoken someone to what strength truly means, what healing goes, you know, unaddressed in them, right? The fact that they still have these very deep wounds, that they are heartbroken, that they are in pain, that they are suffering. It's actually woken this person up to the point where they are starting to explore those feelings. They're actually starting to explore where this pain stems from, why they're suffering, you know. They may even feel regret and wanting to apologize to this healer for not seeing what they were about before. Yeah. And we have justice here, so wanting to make something right. That could be why this could even be that person not wanting to let go from the past, because they feel like it's absolutely crucial that they make things right with this healer, because they're now seeing them from a different perspective with fresh eyes, right? It's like this person is like transfixed on this healer because of what they've discovered about them, what they've realized, and how it's actually opened them up to healing here. Yeah. So now this person does feel regret. Now they do feel like they need to offer a true apology, that they do actually have feelings for them. They do actually care for them, right? They may even want to express that they have feelings for this person, but, you know, ultimately it's about wanting to balance the scales, wanting to make it right, wanting to make amends for possibly the pain that they caused them, the hardship they put them through, by not seeing them clearly, but not seeing themselves clearly, and what they need to do to essentially turn their life around. Yeah. So definitely a catalyst for healing in someone's life here in a very fundamental way. Yeah. And I feel like, you know, with this Queen of Cups energy at the bottom of the deck, it's like, I'm telling you, they're seeing this person from a completely different perspective. They're seeing this person as possibly like their love interest, the love of their life, or the person that they would aspire to be in some kind of romantic relationship with, right? Yeah. They're realizing possibly that this person actually did have a lot of love for them, but they just couldn't see it in the time, right? Because we have the Queen and King of Cups here. So it's like that may be where that regret comes from. It's like, I didn't see what you were offering at the time because I myself was emotionally broken. So I couldn't see that this was genuine, this was the real deal. Then there could be someone else that's in regret because, you know, they're realizing their allegiances lied with the wrong individuals. And it could have potentially cost them their soulmate here with the Queen and King of Cups. So there's a lot of realizations taking place here. That's what it looks like. You know, a lot of realizations. You know. But it's going to help bring balance across the board for sure. Everything is balancing out. So my advice is, if you're this healer, don't be bitter about these situations, okay? Especially when it comes to these individuals that are realizing who you really are, what you really represented, and how they may have squandered these opportunities to be with you, to heal with you, to learn from you, okay? To even just allow love into their lives, even if it's not romantically, but just allowing that loving energy to come in. They obviously wasn't in a position to receive it at the time, and they also didn't realize, you know, where they were at emotionally or where their perception was at, right? Like something was clearly, you know, misconstrued here. So, you know, that's where the Hanged Man energy comes in as well. It's like accepting that everyone's at a different point and has, like, you know, different lessons to learn, and that their perception isn't always going to be the same as yours, right? A lot of the time it's not. So, but yeah, the Four of Wands. But everything is balancing out, and I feel like this new path has opened the door to a new foundation being formed here. Yeah. This is like the reconciliation of two opposites. That's what it feels like. So not to say that you're going to reconcile with someone and be with them, not necessarily. That may happen for some of you, but it's more about, you know, reconciling those differences so you can move forward. And then you'll find yourself building this foundation with someone who is truly ready and in that same vibration that you're in, right? Who has learned similar lessons. So for some of you, that door is already open. For others of you, that's what's coming in the near future. So yeah, interesting reading. It's been a long time in the making, but you know, every lesson serves its purpose, and it has fundamentally changed your thinking, your way of looking at things, but it's also helped you grow. It's also helped you evolve spiritually, okay? But those things actually are starting to take shape in your 3D reality as well. Like the lessons you've acquired, you know, and the spiritual tests you've passed, you know, those are starting to translate in the 3D. You'll see that very soon, okay? So I hope that helps. Thank you so much for checking this reading out. If you found it useful, make sure you hit the thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Click the notifications bell and click all so you don't miss any of your upcoming readings. But for now, I'm wishing you guys all the best, and I'll speak to you soon.